A long time ago, the Israelites, God's chosen people, were led by a brave man named Joshua. God had promised them a wonderful land called Canaan, but they had to conquer it first. One of the cities in Canaan was Jericho, a strong city with high walls all around it. God told Joshua that he would help the Israelites take over Jericho, but God had a special plan for how they would do it. Joshua listened carefully to God's instructions. First, Joshua called the priests and the soldiers together. He told them God's plan. Every day for 6 days they would march around the city of Jericho once. The priests would carry the Ark of the Covenant, which was a special box that held God's commandments. 7 priests would walk in front of the Ark, blowing trumpets made of ram's horns. The soldiers would march silently behind them. So, the Israelites did exactly what Joshua told them. Every day for 6 days, they marched around Jericho once. The people inside Jericho must have been very curious and maybe even a little scared watching the Israelites march around their city. On the 7th day, Joshua told the people that they would march around the city 7 times. The priests would blow their trumpets, but everyone else must remain silent until Joshua gave the signal. Early in the morning, the Israelites began to march. They marched around Jericho once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, and then 7 times. On the 7th time around, Joshua gave the signal, and the priests blew their trumpets loudly. Joshua shouted, "Shout, for the Lord has given you the city!" The Israelites shouted as loud as they could, and something amazing happened. The strong walls of Jericho started to shake and crumble. The walls fell down flat, and the Israelites charged into the city. They captured Jericho just as God had promised. God had told the Israelites to destroy everything in the city except for Rahab and her family. Rahab was a woman who had helped the Israelite spies when they came to check out Jericho. Because of her kindness and bravery, she and her family were spared. The Israelites followed God's instructions and won the Battle of Jericho. They learned that trusting and obeying God brought them victory. And so, the walls of Jericho came tumbling down, and the Israelites continued their journey to take over the land God had promised them.
Subscribe.